Hello and welcome to TVC News this hour. We begin this hour in Liberia, where President George Weah has conceded defeat in the just concluded general election. The president called his challenger in the presidential race, that's Joseph Boakai, to congratulate him on his victory. In an address to the nation, he said the Liberian people have spoken and we have heard their voice. We have details in this report. The opposition candidate holds an unassailable lead of 28,000 votes, with nearly all ballots counted. Earlier, the Electoral Commission announced that Mr. Boakai, a 78-year-old political veteran, had 50.89% of the votes, while President Weah had 49.11%. A former football star, President Weah, referred to the closeness of the race, saying, quote, "It reveals a deep division within the country," end quote, and called on Liberians to work together to find common ground. Mr. Weah was magnanimous in defeat, beginning his 5-minute address by saying he had, quote, "the utmost respect for the democratic process that has defined our nation," end quote, adding that he had spoken to Mr. Boakai, who he called the president-elect. He has been in power since 2018 and will now step down in January. He came into the job on a wave of enthusiasm, especially from younger voters, having won that election also against Mr. Boakai by a large margin. But the perception that he had failed to tackle corruption, rising prices and continued economic difficulties tarnished his image. Mr. Boakai's supporters gathered at his party headquarters in the city, convinced that he had won the election. They called for President Weah to go and chanted, "We beat the Booga dancer," referring to a song that became associated with President Weah's campaign. The Electoral Commission says it has announced the result from 98.58% of the polling stations following Tuesday's runoff election. The runoff between Mr. Boakai and Mr. Weah was triggered after neither candidate got more than 50% of the vote in last month's first round. There were 18 other candidates. In that vote, the president got the largest share and was just 7,000 votes ahead of Mr. Boakai.